Wow. Hard to believe that it's already been 4 years. I want to start with this video by saying this. You are worthy of love. You are worthy of being respected. You are worthy of finding love. And you are worthy of pretty much anything that happens to cross your way in life. And it's never, ever too late to seek help for yourself. So, as many of you know, today is June 19th, 2023. And today is the 4-year anniversary of when we lost one of the greatest YouTubers known to man, Etika. I apologize that my channel has been dormant for a little while. Well, I did upload part 1 of my Yu-Gi-Oh! Binder tour, but then I quickly removed that part. The reason why, it's because I was not feeling the best. Why was I not feeling the best? It's because I was still kind of dealing with, like, the most recent losses that I've had in my life. You know, the drug overdose of one of my cousins and the death of one of my uncles. And so I just basically felt like the best thing that I could do is just basically delete the video, because I know I can do better in the re-upload of part 1, and plus I wanted to take time for myself. So how am I feeling now? I feel just fine. I'm so glad that I took a break off of YouTube for a little while, because I knew good and well that I needed to better myself, and I'm glad that I did. Because that's the thing, when we're content creators, we just basically feel the need to keep on pushing ourselves to get content out there, keep our audience entertained. But when you're not feeling the best mentally, there is no shame and there's no weakness in taking a break. That's something that content creators need to understand. Once again, there is no shame and there's no weakness in taking a break. It doesn't matter if you do YouTube, it doesn't matter if you do TikTok, it doesn't matter if you do Twitch, it doesn't matter if you do OnlyFans, it doesn't matter of where you provide content for your audience. If you're not feeling the best mentally, just take a break, take a breather, rebuild yourself, and when you feel fine again, make content again. And every now and then, no matter what platform you use to make content, you'll probably get some asshole in the comments that says, "Ooh, well, why did you take a break? Because I want content from you now, man. I want content from you now, dude. I want content from you now, bruh. You gotta make content for me. I gotta be happy. Oh, I need something new to watch, because I already saw all your old stuff. Why don't you make something new and exciting? Something with pizzazz." Are those people your friends? No, they're not. They are not your fucking friends. They are not your family. All right? So whoever comments those types of comments on wherever you provide content for your fans, just basically block them and delete them. Because true fans understand. True friends understand. Family understands. Listen to the people who want what's best for you. So, why am I making this video? Well, there's 2 reasons. 1, to pay tribute to an absolute pioneer of live streaming, of just nerd culture, and just basically everything else that I can describe. And number 2, this video is just a big fat reminder to remind you guys to take care of yourselves and why it's important to take care of yourself. I'm originally going to do a top 10 favorite Etika moments video, but I'm just like, man, there's so many Etika moments out there that could just basically be on the top 10. So I just basically decided to give you guys a positive message instead and pay tribute to Etika this way too. Now, I think I discovered Etika when I was still in high school. I think I was 18 when I discovered Etika. And when I first discovered Etika, I'm like, wow, this guy really has a lot of enthusiasm for the things that he loves, including anime, gaming, Gordon Ramsay, and so much other stuff in between. I remember even tuning into a few of his live streams, and his live streams were very entertaining. Sometimes he would tell stories of his own life, and sometimes he would just basically do a whole bunch of funny stuff, or sometimes he would just basically live stream stories of incredible experiences that he had throughout his life. Like, one of my favorite stories that he told was the time he went to C2E2, and I'm just like, man, that sounds like a really fun con. I hope to go there someday. And wouldn't you know it, I went there in 2020 for the first time before the pandemic started, and I have been there already 3 times, and you guys already know that I'm planning on to go for a 4th time in 2024. 2 months before Etika died, I actually did see that live stream on his Instagram where he just basically had a full-on mental breakdown, and he was being arrested by police to be taken to the mental hospital, and it broke my heart. It broke my heart to the point of tears, because this was a guy who was clearly having a mental breakdown and not ending the live whatsoever. And what broke my heart even more is that there were people on the street just basically filming the whole ordeal as Etika was being taken out of his apartment and onto the ambulance on a stretcher to go to the mental hospital. Not only did it break my heart, but it also pissed me the fuck off, because people were literally like recording the whole ordeal on their cell phones. They were just all like, yo, dude, that's Etika! That's fucking Etika! What the fuck, dude? Oh my god! Oh my god! That is Etika! Holy shit! Joy-Con boys! Joy-Con boys! Oh my god! Yeah, fucking disgusting. Instead of trying to help the guy, you just basically feel the need to record on your goddamn cell phones because, ooh, the cloud is worth it! And some people wonder to themselves, why isn't the topic of mental illness talked about as often? Why isn't the topic of anxiety talked about as often? Why isn't any sort of mental illness talked about as often? It's because of stupid people just basically taking it as a joke. Because people take mental illness as a joke. Or they think of the first thing that comes to their mind of how Hollywood has portrayed mental illness. They just basically think of a person in a straitjacket with a bunch of loony thoughts in their head. But no. Mental illness is so much more deeper than that. It really is. Now, I'm not a knowledgeable expert on mental illness, but I do know good and well that mental illness does seriously need to be talked about more and more, so that way we can help out more and more people, you know? Another thing that made me sick to my stomach was just basically the amount of clown emojis being bombarded in the chat when Etika was live streaming, and people just egging Etika on to commit suicide. And he was already calling out for help, man. He was already crying out for help, dude. And it's just horrible what some people out there do. And obviously, I cannot control people, but I'm just basically speaking my mind when people are just absolutely sickening. Because when an individual like Etika was suffering mentally and wound up taking his own life, and people were just basically joking about it, laughing about it, but who was laughing then when they found out that Etika was a missing person? Yeah. Nobody was laughing then. Everybody's hearts just stopped, including mine, because I remember just going, whoa, Etika's missing? Well, I hope they find him alive, and I hope he can get the help that he needs. And then 5 days later, a body was found in the East River of New York City, and that body turned out to be Etika's. And the news bulletin said that we regret to inform you that Desmond Daniel Amofa, aka Etika, has been found deceased. I'm like, no. And that was one of the worst news stories I've ever heard, because all of us Joy-Con boys wanted Etika to be alive. We wanted him to be safe, and we wanted him to get the help that he needed. But he turned down help. I said this before in my Robin Williams video. There's a light at the end of the darkest tunnel, and that light is called hope. And if you stop when you're trying to reach that glimmer of hope, that tunnel is just going to keep on expanding and expanding and expanding, and hope is going to be a whole lot more complicated to reach. So always fight and don't give up. And once again, I say, you're only given one chance at life. Life may be a roller coaster of obstacles, but it's up to you to conquer them. So once again, I say, always fight and don't give up. Live in a way that gives your life meaning, because don't live for anybody else. Live for what you want to do for yourself, because that's only going to make you a better person at the end of the day. It's always good to help others. It's always good to cheer people up. But always remember, you come first before anybody else. All right? You come first before anybody else. Now, not only is this a channel for people to geek out with the stuff that I show, but this is also a channel to remind those out there that they're not alone. You are not alone. You are worthy of love. You are worthy of respect. You are worthy of anything that comes your way in life. Yeah, life is a bumpy road as well as being a beautiful thing at the end of the day. But nonetheless, you have to pave that bumpy road and just keep on going for the ride. Now, before we go for realsies, cross your arms like we're doing Wakanda Forever and Black Panther and say with me 3 times for anybody who's watching this video right now. Joy-Con boys forever. Joy-Con boys forever. One more time. Joy-Con boys forever. Thank you so much for the entertainment, Etika. We miss you. We love you. And for those who have stuck around until the end, take good care of yourselves. And as usual, please have a damn good one.